So first question I'll ask you is, how was your experience at the program with the NCAA Convention?
It was obviously was different. We were virtual, but I thought all things considered, it was really good. I loved how it went smoothly. Like everybody that talked to us, like gave us the nitty gritty on if you want to be in this profession, if you want to be in intercollegiate athletics, an AD or whatever, this is what you have to do. You have to, keep connecting, keep networking, um, reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to send an email, even if you haven't talked to this person in forever. Constantly make yourself aware, known to people and aware of what's going on and things like that. So I thought everything went really good, especially for a virtual setting. Um, uh, yeah.
What issues? Obviously, they've talked about the NIL, but what other issues did you learn about during this program about intercollegiate athletics that maybe you weren't aware of before?
When you send me the questions that you're gonna ask, that was the one I had the hardest time figuring out because I mean, obviously there are issues, but I don't think. Let me say this. I think that obviously diversity has been an issue on so many fronts, and not only intercollegiate athletics, but everywhere. But I think that was the one thing I want to say that stood out because I forget the speaker's name, but she spoke during the convention and she talked about diversity. She talked about how to integrate diversity and not just by color but by mindset into programs. So I thought because like they brought her on to speak to all of us. I think that what she said was powerful. I think that obviously if it didn't need to be said, uh, it would an issue wouldn't be there if she wasn't asked to speak.
Yeah, what did you take away from this program?
I took away networking. I took away friendships. It's so weird because I never met any of those people in my entire life, and then I get on there and everybody was so welcoming, everybody was so engaged. um, Obviously the first day people were like nervous and things like that, but as time went on throughout those 3 days, we got to know each other. We got to talk about our aspirations in intercollegiate athletics. I thought one of the things that really stood out to me was how everyone was willing to help each other. Like we even connected on LinkedIn, a lot of us, and everyone's posting things and like letting people know, oh, here's a job after you graduate. Because most of us are seniors. So a lot of them were posting like jobs or internships after we graduate. And I thought that was like really powerful. Like you don't even know me and I don't even know you, but we're willing to help each other out to succeed in this profession.
My final question for you is, going forward, is there a certain track or anything you're most interested in learning more about in the field of intercollegiate athletics?
Actually, no. I have so many different interests. Like right now, I'm in the process of interviewing with Tufts University for their graduate assistant position. So I just had the second interview with them on a Monday, and they asked me the same thing, and I'm like, I love so many different things. But one of my biggest passions is like the process of everything. How do you recruit? How do you what are you looking for in a player? How do you get that player to want to come to your school? What are you offering them that sets you guys apart from other schools? So I think that's where my passion lies, is like the process. How do we build this thing, whatever the sport is, whatever the situation is, the process of how everything works. I think that's where my passion lies, but I can't tell you a specific, you know, area that I specifically want to 100% be in all the time. I'm somebody that likes to move around.